This is Kellie Raspberry Evans.
You're giddy.
I know.
This is Alan Evans.
Yeah, professionally, I'll still be Kellie Raspberry. But I'm going to say Kellie Raspberry Evans for a little bit longer.
Oh, that sounds good.
I married you. And
I like the ring of that.
Thank you, baby. I like my ring. Woohoo. You did a good job
I like
on
mine
both of
too.
them. Oh, you got such a beautiful ring.
It's got some style to it.
It does. Anyway, this is A Sandwich and Some Lovin', our podcast we do every week. And thank you so much for joining us again. But we are married.
Married, that's right.
Don't
we
you
are
ever watch
married.
A Princess Bride? We are married.
No.
You've never seen A Princess Bride?
Never seen The Princess Bride. Yeah.
Baby, seriously?
No, I'm serious. Or Top Gun. I've never seen that movie either.
All right, Top Gun, I'll give you a pass, even though I don't know how I can because you're a guy and you grew up the same time I did.
Mm-hmm.
But A Princess Bride is a classic.
No.
Okay, we're watching that.
Never seen it.
The next chance we get. Okay, A Princess Bride is on our agenda. But anyway, we are married and we're so excited. We're so happy to be here. And thank you for joining us for another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Because why do we call it that?
Because guys just need a sandwich and a little lovin' sometimes.
That's all
they
you
need
need
to
to
make
do.
them happy.
Keep a man happy is give him a sandwich and love on him every once in a while. It's that simple, ladies. So anyway, I thought today we talk about something that a lot of people, I'm finding out, Alan, we have inspired.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people respond to this topic on social media. They said, hey, I've done this. I have heard what y'all say about this, and I think it's a great idea. And what is that?
The bucket list.
The bucket list, right.
Now, everybody knows a bucket list is what you want to do before you kick the bucket, before you die. That's why it's called a bucket list.
Right.
But Alan's idea, which was genius to me, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, is he does a yearly bucket list because you never know when you're going to die. I mean, nobody is promised tomorrow. We're not promised today. So why not make it a yearly thing? You have a better chance of getting it all in. And you get a lot more accomplished, right?
Yeah, so let's talk about that for just a second. I brought some show content for you here.
Thank you, baby.
I have a top 5 list.
Because, we're married now. It's time for you to start carrying some of the load.
Start carrying some of the load. No, the bucket list thing, if I can talk about that for just a second, it's something that was important to me even before we met.
Yeah,
Okay?
you were doing that.
I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it like I am now, where we sit down and write a list of all the things we want to knock out in the next year. Now, here's the reason I do this. There's a method to this madness. There's a book that was written by this gal named Bronnie Ware, and she wrote this international bestseller called The Top 5 Regrets of Dying. Okay, she was a nurse in Australia, and for years she took care of hospice patients.
Right.
So she collected all the things that she heard from these hospice patients over the years. And there's one thing that she kept hearing patient after patient after patient. Actually, there are 5 things. So just real quick, let's go through the 5 things. And then number 1 will lead us into why we do bucket lists.
Okay.
5th thing that she heard from her hospice patients: I wish that I had let myself be happier. Okay.
Well, what do you do?
The fear of change, the fear of the patient's change had them pretending to others and to themselves that they were content people when they really weren't.
Been more honest with their feelings.
Be
A
more
lot of
honest with your
times,
feelings.
don't you think a lot of times happiness is a choice that you make?
That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, I mean, because
Happiness
sometimes
is a choice.
Yeah, I mean, I know sometimes if I allow myself to be sad, I'll just go there and go full in. But if I make the choice, it's like, no, I'm not going to let this get me down today. I'm going to turn on the lights. That's one big thing. Sitting in a dark room really does affect your mood. Turn on the lights, open the windows, get out of the house. You can make a choice. I mean, it's not always that simple if you're, have a medical induced problem.
Right.
Don't want to talk about that right now.
Okay. Number 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. Many deep regrets about not giving the friendships the time and effort that they deserved.
Well, especially when you're on your deathbed.
Right.
Because nobody's coming to see you anymore if you didn't keep up with your relationships, right?
Maybe a lot of your friends have passed and you can't get back that time.
That too.
Okay. Number 3, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Many developed illnesses relating to the bitterness and resentment they carried as a result.
Well, I can understand that. I think I'm pretty open about a lot of things, but you know how it is. Alan has gotten to, is that correct English? You have witnessed how I have to suppress certain feelings around certain people because I'm always afraid of hurting people's feelings.
Yes, you are.
And because of that, maybe I don't always express what I should or want to express.
That's not a bad trait to have.
Yeah, but then you're not expressing your true feelings. Isn't that what you just said? And I'm going to regret it when I'm dying.
I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. Okay, number 2. We could talk about each one of these for a long time. So just moving on here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Bothering you
okay.
down, babe.
No, you're not. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Now, this was kind of a common...
No problem.
A common regret by men, really, specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's really what it boils down to. And for me, when I read this, I read an excerpt of this book online. And when I saw this, I thought, holy moly, I just had this big life event happen to me, divorce, and I've got to get on a bucket list. I got to start doing this.
So this happened right after your divorce?
Yeah. This is the number one thing that all of these people on their deathbeds wish that they had done. I wish that I had the courage to live true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Okay. It was the most common regret of all. When people look back and realize their life is close to being over, it's easy to see how many of their dreams had gone unfulfilled. So I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy laying on my deathbed thinking, holy moly, where did the time go? Why did I not do those things that I wish I had done? Why didn't I live that life that I wanted to live?
Right. So when I first started dating you, you were at the beginning of a bucket list for the year, because we started dating in January. So you had just started your bucket list for that year.
Mm-hmm.
And that meant when we were dating, before we were engaged, you got your very first tattoo.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was something you'd always wanted to do. And you felt like you couldn't do that before.
Well,
it was discouraged.
Yeah, the tattoo thing, and people ask me that a lot. You're in your 40s, dude. Why did you get
wait? Yeah,
yeah. Why'd you wait so long, or why didn't? Is this kind of? Are you having a second,
midlife crisis
or a childhood? No, it's not that at all. It's one of those things where I feel like if I didn't do it, and I'm sure that a lot of you are like that too, where you have something. If you didn't do it, then you're not going to feel like you're true to yourself. That's not your true self. Like if I don't get a tattoo, I'm going to live, but that's just part of me, I think. Mm-hmm. And I've told you this before, babe. I feel like, it's just part of who I am. And I can't explain it any other way than that. If I don't do it, then I don't feel like I'm being me.
Did I react the right way when you told me you wanted a tattoo? Be honest.
Well, I don't think there was a right or wrong way. You said, I'm not a fan of tattoos. Like I wouldn't get one myself, which, hey, that's fine by me. But you didn't make me feel bad about it. You didn't say, well, that's not right. Or you didn't say, well, I think they're ugly. Or you didn't say any of that or anything negative. It was just, hey, look, if that's something that means something to you, if it's something that you feel like you should do, then do it. And hearing that, having a partner that gives you that kind of encouragement and that kind of feedback, that's huge.
So I did good.
You did great.
What else was it on your bucket list? Oh, you wanted to get a weekend car.
Yeah.
That was your bucket list when we were dating.
That comes from, oh gosh, and I've told you this story before too. I was looking at a Road and Track magazine when I was a little guy, maybe a teenager, early teenager, and I saw this blue Porsche 911. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful car I've ever seen. And I thought, maybe someday when I'm old and gray and I got a long white beard, I'll have something like that. So it's always just been in the back of my mind, boy, wouldn't that be fun to have just to take out on the weekends? And so I made that happen last year. I got a weekend car. It's not a 911, but it is a Porsche, and it's blue. And
it's convertible.
It's a convertible. And, people hear Porsche. It wasn't a really, really expensive car.
No,
it was a pre-owned car.
And again, it'd be like one of those things where people are thinking, you're having a midlife crisis, you got a tattoo and a Porsche. But it really wasn't like that. Yeah. It didn't feel that way experiencing it as your girlfriend. I'm trying to think of what else your bucket list items were when we were dating.
When we were dating, I had, one of the things I have on there every year is learn 3 new magic tricks. That's just something I always like to do. Attending church and Bible study. That was another that, after you and I met, I really started putting more importance on that.
So that was on your list before you met me?
Yes, it was. Okay. Becoming more involved with the church. Now, I didn't know where I was going to end up, and I didn't know that, I would end up at the church that we go to, and then I would be attending Bible studies somewhat regularly.
You can say Parkway Hills Baptist Church.
Parkway Hills Baptist.
The more the merrier. Come on.
There you go. But wonderful church, by the way, and just wonderful, wonderful, welcoming people there at that church. But Kellie's dad does a Bible study there, a fellowship Bible class, and we have.
He loves that plug. Thank you, baby.
Yes, I know, and I've learned a lot, and that was one of those things on my list was to become more involved with the church, and it's just kind of evolved from there.
Do you remember anything else from when you were dating? Because it all changed.
Well, another standing bucket list thing for me every year is visit a city that I've never been to.
Right.
Yeah. So that year it was, let's see, in 16, you and I went somewhere that I had never been.
It was wine country.
Wine country. Yeah, I'd never been out at that part of California. I've been to California a million times, but never to the wine country.
And you'd never been to Florence, South Carolina.
That's right. That's right.
That was your bucket list.
Hey, that was
You
fun.
had to go home with me to meet my family over Thanksgiving.
Florence was fun. And then, they weren't bucket list items for me, but as I remember back and look at some of the things we did in 2016, I remember at your birthday party.
Yes.
At Big Al's Bar.
This was the one that the police were called. It was a really big, loud scene.
This isn't long after you and I had been dating,
We started dating in January. This was in April.
This is in April. So we're up on Big Al's stage, and I'm up there dancing, and I look out into the crowd, and there you are, and you're out there dancing in your blue dress and your tiara, and you're dancing there with Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, I was.
Okay. I look to my left. There's a Ninja Turtle dancing next to me, and I'm dancing with him. And I look to my right, and there's a clown dancing to my right.
Yes.
And I just think, wow, how did I get here?
Bumble, baby. It was Bumble. You
Bumble.
swiped right.
It was Bumble. And I was thinking, man, this is a good one to put on the list, even though I didn't know it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So I can say I danced with a clown, Vanilla Ice, Kelly, and that Ninja Turtle.
So 2016 was a very big year for you.
It was.
But then what we got to do, because Alan, had this bucket list thing and he was checking things off, and you got everything on your bucket list done before the clock struck midnight on just ringing in 2017. So what happened was I was hosting a New Year's Eve party, which we really don't want to talk about because I neglected to see the New Year ring in due to my behavior. But the night before that, December 30th, we went to my very favorite steak restaurant in town. And Alan and I sat down together and we made bucket lists. And guess what I brought in, Alan?
Oh, the
Surprise!
red book. The red
I brought
book is
in
the
bucket
studio.
list.
There it is.
So here we are. We're halfway through the year, really.
I haven't seen that since
I know.
New Year's Eve.
It's really interesting. Somebody said one time, if you write down a list of things you want to accomplish and you stick it in a drawer and forget about it, just because you wrote them down, you can go back and look at that list maybe 10 years later and you'll be surprised at how many things you've accomplished. So honestly, Alan and I have not opened this book since December 30th. We closed it up for the year, right?
I know. I remember a few, but I don't remember all of them.
It was kind of fun because this is how I knew you were going to propose to me, because that was one of your things. I didn't know when you were going to propose to me, as we talked about in the last podcast. I knew it was going to happen in the course of the year.
Because I'm pretty good at knocking out those things, right?
So, so Alan and I, we ordered our favorite drinks. Alan had a Manhattan. I had a vodka soda. And we did our bucket lists. And here's what I put. December 30th, 2016, Alan's bucket list in no particular order.
Okay.
I'm reading it verbatim.
Okay.
First on the list. Shoot a hog and make sausage.
That happened. Yes. I went hunting. Kelly bought me a hunting package down by Austin.
Yes. I knew this was, Alan had been talking about this and I knew it. So I gave it to you for Christmas. Yeah. And so when you put that on your bucket list for the year, I'm like, go ahead and check that one off. I didn't say anything, but that was, that was your.
And that was fun. I went down there with some friends, and hogs are for those of you who don't know, hogs are a big problem in Texas.
Yeah.
They destroy crops. They eat, the little animals that they shouldn't be eating. They're really, really nasty creatures, but you can grind them up and make sausage out of them. So yeah, I did that.
Yeah. And I eat sausage all the time. And it's the strangest thing. I can't eat that sausage because I saw the pictures of the actual hog you killed. And it's hairy, and it's laying on the ground and a little blood coming out. Yeah. I was like, I can't eat it. I tried. I put it in my mouth and I chewed. I was like, Alan, I can't eat it.
Yeah, these aren't Charlotte's little pink curly tail.
Well, the interesting thing about people that do hunt these wild hogs is they're so incredibly lean, right?
They're very lean. Yeah, they're not bad for you. In fact, they have to add real pork to the hog to make so it'll stick together.
Yeah, farm bred pork because it'll all crumble apart.
Right.
So so Alan did that. Okay. Your second thing on the list was learn 3 new magic tricks, which you said you do every year. And
you know what? The reason I put that on there was because it's a standing bit for me. But I knew for your proposal, I was going to do magic. And I knew the ones I was going to do were going to have to be 3 new ones. So when you, at the night of our proposal, if you go to kellyandalan.com,
You can read about how Alan proposed everything. As part of the proposal, he just said to me, I didn't know it at the time. He's like, I've been working on these magic tricks. You want me to try them out on you? So I didn't think anything of it because I knew that's one of your things. And you'd been practicing on other people too, these same 3 tricks. So I just thought it was part of your practice to get them down for your bucket list. I didn't know it was part of the proposal.
I actually did them for JC and Kinsey and some other friends the night before when you were in an appearance.
Yeah. This one, next one on your list is to go saltwater fishing.
Saltwater fishing, yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun. I've talked to people who have done that, and I love fishing. Like, I fished a lot as a kid, and I've never been saltwater fishing. I think that would be a lot of fun. But then, like,
last year when our friends went and they got so sick and didn't catch anything.
That's a bummer, but it's like hunting. It's not like you're guaranteed to go get anything. It's a challenge, yeah.
You wanted to get a new tattoo.
Done.
Yeah, because you already had one in 2016, but you're adding to it.
Adding to it, yep.
Run a 5K.
We have not done that one.
Okay, here's the pull back the curtain on this one. So Alan says he wants to run a 5K. That was, wasn't my dream because I'd already done that years ago, but I said because Alan's going to do it, I'm going to do it with him to be a supportive fiance at the time, now wife. And so I downloaded the Couch to 5K app and I started doing it. And so
as did I.
As you downloaded the app,
I
you
ran.
Downloaded the app.
I ran once.
But I started doing the app.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, well, Alan, I'm on day 4. Where are you? Oh, baby, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it today. So you'd do one day. And then I'd ask you again, baby, I just completed day 7. Oh, okay. I guess I need to do it again. And I got up to about day 22.
And I was on like day 7.
No, you weren't even that far along. And it got to the point in the app where I was supposed to run 22 minutes straight without stopping. And I called you and I was about to cry. And I just said, are you doing this 5K now or not? He said, not right now. I said, then I quit.
And that's okay.
I quit because it wasn't my dream.
It's not, but these are 2017 bucket lists. So we will knock them out before this year.
Babe,
I guarantee it. We will.
When are we going to start training?
Hey, if all we have to do is sign up, you can walk run. Just walk a bit.
Okay,
I didn't say I'm going to run a 5K.
Run a 5K.
Oh.
Run a 5K.
Okay, well.
Because when I ran a 5K, my goal, I wasn't caring about time. My goal was just to run without stopping, and that's what I did.
I thought it just said complete a 5K.
No, it says run, baby.
Well, we've got half the year. We're good there. We're okay.
Okay, and here's one. This is where I got a gift idea for you. Sketch and draw in a journal. Now, Alan put that down, and so for Valentine's Day, I went out and bought you, was it anniversary or Valentine's?
I think it was anniversary. Actually.
Okay, so that would have been January because our 1-year anniversary was in January. So I went out and bought you sketching pads and colored pencils and all these special artist things. And I gave it to you. And it took a couple months for you to actually take it out and start doing it.
Yeah.
But then what happened?
Gosh, it's really strange. There was one weekend where I think you were either out of town or you had something to do all day. And I just looked at my sketching pad and I looked at a couple of colored pencils and I went up to a Starbucks and I just posted up at Starbucks all day and I sketched a picture of you. And it turned out okay. I mean, I hadn't sketched since I was a kid, but it turned out okay. And I thought, well, wow, this, it looks okay to me. And to your point earlier about social media, I like to share a lot of stuff on social media because I think it's fun. So I put that picture out there on social media and I got a lot of great feedback. People thought it was really cool.
Yes.
So then that gave me the encouragement and the confidence to keep after it. So then I started sketching some different things. And I'm not by any means a professional artist. I would consider myself just a sketcher, an amateur artist. But I like sketching tattoo art, traditional tattoo art, because that's the type of tattoo that I have. And that's just what I appreciate and like. So I started sketching images that look like traditional tattoo art and posting those. And then I had people come to me and say, hey, I really, really like that art that you're drawing. Would you draw me a tattoo? And I thought, well, yeah, sure. I'll draw you a tattoo for, a little lunch money and for my time. I'll draw you a tattoo. And that's what I did. And oh my gosh, I've probably drawn 60 tattoos for people. And a couple of our members of Kid Nation have actually had those drawings. They take my drawing to a tattoo artist because I'm not a tattoo artist and, I only know how to sketch. They'll take my drawing to a tattoo artist and say, I want this on my body. They have put my drawings
permanent ink
permanently on their body.
And some people just frame them.
Some people frame them.
And some of them are getting up the courage to get them to made into tattoos.
Right.
But you used all that money that you earned.
Yeah, I used all the fees that I collected for drawing for people to buy a new guitar, because my old acoustic guitar was, it was over 20 years old and the bridge was broken. And I always wanted a Martin guitar. Those of you who play guitar know that Martins are very, very nice guitars. So I went and bought a Martin guitar in cash using
and that
money.
all came because of the bucket list entry.
Came from that bucket list.
Take sons to a baseball and football game. Again, I used that to give you for Father's Day tickets to a professional baseball game.
I'm starting to see a theme here. If it weren't for you, I don't know that I'd be knocking a lot of these out.
This is what I've been saying on the radio too, is like, if you do this with someone, it really does, when you don't know what to buy somebody for anything, Father's Day, birthday, Christmas, go back to their bucket list. Visit a new city.
Miami. I had never been to Miami.
And that was one you listed, Miami, which we ended up doing.
Yep.
You still have Boston, Seattle, or San Francisco. Now, this was an or. So actually, you've already completed this. I've
completed that, but those are 3 on the
carry over to next year.
Carry them over next year.
Get fitted for a custom suit.
I kind of did that. My wedding suit is an off-the-rack suit, but it's being tailored. But I guess I was thinking, gosh,
bespoke.
How cool would it be to get a bespoke suit? And I don't know if any of your husbands or boyfriends have done anything like that, but it's very expensive to do. So I passed on that this year. But
you got a fitted suit.
Nice suit, yeah.
But maybe we could still do it, babe. But you said you wanted to complete everything on your list.
If we have a special event to go to, maybe, but
the wedding wasn't special enough for a bespoke suit.
Whoops. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Okay, here's the next one on the list. And this was like, propose and get married to KR.
Yeah. I knew at that time I wanted to do it. I had the seeds of a plan were in my head.
Yeah.
Yep.
The next one was surprise Kellie for her birthday, which kind of, you tried. It kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
I mean, parts of it, I guess, were surprises still.
That is a hard thing to do for you. Is
because so many people
a surprise on your birthday, because nothing against you, babe. You know this, but you have like 12 birthdays.
Yeah, it's true. It's not my fault.
No, I know it's not your fault.
I swear it's not my fault. No, I know how some girls, like my birthday's in April 1st to April 30th is their excuse to have a birthday celebration every day. That's not me, but my friends do it.
I know. And that's fine. And boy, I wish I had 12 birthdays, but it's really hard to surprise you when there's so many people who are doing things. But hey, I can do other surprises.
Next was go on a fun honeymoon. And boy, honeymooning is fun, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, that Unico resort, beautiful.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
And the fun part is we're going to be doing our family vacation, the Kid Craddock Morning Show family vacation later in September.
I know.
And so now I'm going to know all the ropes and I can show them, I've been here, done that.
I know.
That's been really fun. You wanted to get better at guitar.
Yeah,
You've been playing a lot, though.
That one's a work in progress.
Well, get better is subjective.
Yeah, get better is subjective. That's exactly right. But I've learned a few new songs, so I would say I'm on my way there.
And you wanted to take Brooke, your daughter, on more one-on-one dates.
And I did that when I need to take her on more, but I took her on a one-on-one date, probably one of the most important dates of my life, when I asked her if it would be okay with her if I proposed to you. And her and I said, hey, look, babe, we're going to go to any restaurant you want. Your favorite restaurant, where do you want to go? She said Red Lobster. She loves Red Lobster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do
Cheddar
too.
biscuits.
Cheddar biscuits. Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I haven't been able to eat those since I was dieting for the wedding.
Yeah, so we just had a beautiful night that night. And I told her, I said, hey, is it going to be okay? Kellie and I have been going out a while. Is it okay if I ask her to marry me? Because I love her and we're in love. And, I want to get married to her. And she looked at me. She goes, can I be a bridesmaid? That was the first thing she said.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Read 3 books. How many have you read?
Oh, I have 3 books to read before the end of the year. I haven't read one.
Oh, dude. Honeymoon.
Yeah. Babe, please don't dude me. I don't like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I duded you. See, I don't do it I don't mean it.
Yeah.
Alan hates me when he doesn't hate me. He hates when I say dude to him.
Uh-huh.
That's when I'm like, dude, you need to straighten up. And he won't high five me.
Well,
that's the 2 rules.
I mean, that makes me feel like it's just like I'm Al standing over here.
Art of shaving.
Yeah.
You did that.
Knocked that out. Got a professional beard trim.
And that was a gift from me. Again, I went back to his list of things he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the other one was get a facial and or a pedicure at a spa.
Did that too.
Thanks to me.
Thanks to you. And the pedicure thing.
You'd never done it.
I had never done it. And, of course, I posted that too. I got some feedback. Oh, I wish my boyfriend would do that. And there were a few guys saying, and a few girls saying, dude, where's your man? Give me your man.
Dude.
They can dude me. Just my wife cannot dude me. But they were saying, hey, where's your man card, dude? But
you
highly recommend the pedicure.
You should have seen Alan sitting there. He had somebody working on his hands, somebody working on his feet. He's like, this is legit. What have I been missing out on? They should charge more. It was so awesome.
Why don't dudes do that more?
I loved it.
Great.
And you know what? Coincidentally, the day I took you to get your mani-pedi, and I got one too with you because we went together, was the night you proposed. So unbeknownst to me, my fingers were ready.
That's right.
My manicure was ready for my ring, and I did not even know.
Forgot about that.
Yes.
Now, in retrospect, looking back at those engagement pictures we took with our hands, holding our hands,
your
showing
hands
the ring,
were
I got
your nails,
high buff nails.
Yeah, you did, and that was just coincident. I really, truly had no idea.
Awesome.
So that gosh, we talked forever. That was Alan's bucket list so far for this year. A few more things to accomplish. We can maybe look at mine later.
Yeah, and just kind of a final thought about the bucket list is, if you ever say, hey, I got a life bucket list, I want to do this, in my life, I don't think it's going to happen. I think you have to put a time bound goal on it. And that's why I do them yearly, because then I'm kind of forced. Oh, it's getting towards the end of the year. I got to knock this out. If I just say, oh, well, I want to go to a new city before I die, I'm probably going to wait.
Yeah.
That's just human nature.
And it'd be a fun New Year's Eve tradition to do with your family.
Sure.
Maybe you could do like just a summer bucket list. Especially if you have children, like I did that with Emma Kellie one year, our summer bucket list, and we, didn't accomplish all of it. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but we accomplished a lot of things. And sometimes it's just as simple as just having a mommy-daughter day, so you can do bucket lists for different things. But I think that's our tradition now, is going to do one every year together.
Absolutely. And they don't have to be extravagant. Some of mine sound like they are, but they don't have to be extravagant. Read a book. Read a new book.
Learn a magic trick.
Eat more broccoli. It could be
whatever
anything.
it is. Those are more like resolutions.
Yeah.
Eating broccoli is more like a resolution.
Maybe so.
Anyway, maybe we'll get to my bucket list on another podcast, but I think that's it for today's A Sandwich and Some Lovin'.
It is. This has been fun. And remember, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.